Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope everyone's been well. It has been a bit of a break for me, trying to rejuvenate and discovering myself, and I've just come back from my overseas trip from Japan, and I also visited the beautiful South Korea as well. And it's lovely to travel and see all walks of life and experiencing different cultures and just absorbing it all in a whole different environment, and still being you at the same time as well. But I'm also very thankful to be back home here, and just really appreciating every single smallest moment as well. So I hope wherever you beautiful souls out there, you've had a lovely start to your day, and there's always been a bit of sunshine wherever that may be for you. Currently over here, it's I landed with a temperature of apparently 11 degrees last night. So coming from the wonderful summers in Japan and Osaka, it was actually quite very, very warm over there, and it was just a beautiful experience seeing all the other different and such beautiful ways of people living their everyday lives as well. It's been quite a journey, and I thought I'd share with you. I'll probably include some of the clips that I've taken overseas while walking around and just immersing myself in the whole cultural experience as well. So, and today I just wanted to touch base with you all in terms of when we do see the world and when we do put on that perspective of our lens, and when we appreciate the most simplest things in life. And that may be, for me, it was actually enjoying a simple moment of having my matcha tea, and whether it would be my matcha latte or matcha ice cream, it was just a simple gesture of appreciating that moment of surrounding yourself and immersing yourself in an environment where you just totally focus and you're just there being present and smelling that that beautiful made brewed cup of matcha that I had in front of me, and enjoying every single sip of it, and just paying that full focus of attention. And as much as it was, in some parts of the holiday was quite routine, where we had to obviously book and go to from places to places to ensure that we do see some of the beautiful temples and the beautiful shrines over there. It was actually my a beautiful moment where to reconnect back into walking in a nature environment as well. So I got to go and see the Mount Inari as well, and hiking those, I think it was about 1400 meters high steps as well, and just appreciating all the nature. And as I was climbing up that mountain, I actually reached the summit, and absorbing all the views, and probably reminiscing on how life would have been back in that particular era where people didn't have all of this, I suppose, our amenities or our technology equipment, and to walk through those doors of those temples and those castles, and to imagine in myself living in that era of just walking amongst the beautiful Japanese style garden that was just curated so immaculately. It was such a magical stroll in terms of walking along that particular pathway as I was going through the castle and some areas of the temples as well. And it really does make you think that how simple life was in terms of appreciating nature, and how I thought to myself, lots of thoughts came to my mind in terms of how did people really truly live in that particular era? There was no corporate sort of ladder climbing. There was probably more of a totally different type of focus as well. And for me, it was appreciating the small walks amongst the forests and getting to, hear the beautiful types of different birds and seeing the lotus flowers in bloom and lily pads of, across, the river, and tortoise and turtles. And it was just absolutely, really, really, I think, so magical to experience that environment as well. And it really does put on a different pair of perspective, I think, for me, that you tend to, when you are traveling and you do see all this, part of the things I saw was also a lot of consumerism as well. And but also, once I immerse myself within that sort of nature environment, it does take you a few steps back in terms of how untouched and how some of these beautiful buildings are kept in a heritage listed place, in a heritage listed platform. And to know that some of the communities are actually preserving that, such a monumental building for future generations to actually obviously come and visit and enjoy, and actually immerse themselves in such a beautiful wave of, you'll find just a truest feeling of peacefulness when I actually walked through there as well. And it was a good thing that when I did visit some of these places, it was done really early in the morning, where there was quite minimal sort of tourists during that time. And I have to admit, I am one of the tourists as well, visiting the country, but taking the effort of actually arriving at some of these temples and shrines at a much more earlier hours in the morning, you tend to hear and see a lot more beautiful things along the way as well, and just beautiful different types of species of birds, just actually tweeting across, and just, yeah, absolutely stunning to feel that inside, and to just simply know that nature does really connect us, both for our mind, for our body, and especially for our soul as well. It does brings us back into that inner center ground, I would say, that inner center peace as well. And I hope some of you do get the opportunity, even if you don't, have the opportunity, it doesn't need to be overseas, but even the small moments of reconnecting yourself with nature, whether it's walking along the beach or taking your shoes off and practically just placing your feet onto the grass. It is just a moment of recharging your inner irons, I would say. And you would definitely, if we incorporate that, whether it's twice a week or 3 times a week, or if you can just start off with having it done once a week, it really would absolutely just mark it as a habit. And you'll find that it does recharge your battery. It does recharge that inner piece of gratitude, that inner piece of just being surrounded with just beautiful Mother Nature as well. So I hope wherever you are, you beautiful souls out there, that you have had a beautiful week so far. And whatever that's, our difficult moments that we've been going through, just remember that it will pass. And definitely, we all have our ups and downs. And if we tend to look at our problems, and if we look at it in the biggest size of the universe, anything is possible. Anything is possible to actually for us to actually overcome it all. So sending lots of love to everyone out there, and thank you for watching this video. Please send a like, a love, place a comment, and wherever you may be, always there's some sunshine in here as well. Until I connect with you next time, have a beautiful day. Bye.